Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Tonight we are going to take a look at the greenhouses, something that is not mentioned much in the game, in the tutorials or anything. They just kind of have it here, and good luck figuring it out. It's actually pretty easy. We're going to take a look at, first of all, the equipment that you need to successfully operate the greenhouses, and then secondly, things that I think that you should be using. And then we're going to go through and do a quick little harvest so you can see why it's worth value. So the first thing you're going to need is purchased on your map from this machine store. And then this is going to be like, it's not available used, so you have to buy it new. You have this little tug here that's designed to run around inside the greenhouse without polluting it too much, and it pulls this fertilizer. Now, today's date is October 1st. This got fixed yesterday, okay? Before yesterday, this little device could not pull the fertilizer. Every time you tried to pull it, it would throw it into reverse. Well, it didn't actually shift into reverse, but it would just go in reverse. Thank you, Evelyn. My daughter just brought me a glass of milk. So what would happen, you couldn't pull this, and it would almost do the same thing for this. So what we have is our fertilizer and our tug. The second thing that we have here is the harvesting trailer. Guys will stand on this platform. The boxes go in the middle. You'll see it all happen, and they will harvest your plants and put the tomatoes, cucumbers, or green peppers in the boxes, and then the boxes fall off the back, and they fill up the inside of your greenhouse as you harvest. Last but not least, you will need a single trailer. Now, this trailer, I don't believe these work with the tug, but we can try it out. Let's see if what happens here. I have purchased an orchard tractor, okay? This tractor will be both beneficial at my orchard, but it'll also work for hauling these trailers. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I did the wrong trailer. Bless you, Seth. My son Seth is sneezing. Try this now. There's no fruit yet. We haven't even started yet, Seth. We're going to get there. I'm pressing the... There we go. Okay. Now, I went with the 368 OG. This is a $47,000 tractor. However, you do not have to buy this expensive tractor. If you go to, on your map, and this is just this particular map, but I want to show you what the icon looks like. These are new tractors here at the machine store. There's a used tractor. Here's the used equipment store. It has the arrow over the top. They have a Gallahorn orchard tractor. It's a small little tractor, just like this guy, but it's a little bit. It's even a little bit smaller, and that thing goes for $20,000 used. And so you can save yourself at least $10,000 if you buy one of those new. You buy it used, or $27,000 off of this, because this one was expensive. But this is also a lot bigger, size-wise. These trailers attached to these are what you're going to set your fruit on, and I like that bigger tractor because I can pull multiple trailers. So let's get this guy running. I know he does look kind of weird. He's kind of like, he looks like he has a comb over, like he's just had a rough hair life. I don't know if this will work. It looks like it's going to hitch up, so it does hitch. I mean, you could get away with not having a fruit tractor, since we can. Oh my gosh, look how hard it is to pull this though. Yeah, he just can't even do it.
Look at his face.
Is he making an ah face? No, he wasn't. It looked like he was. It looked like he was like, ah. So now we've really screwed this up. Come on, back up. Come on. There we go. Okay. I've blown things up here. But anyway, as you can see here, this is just, it's not even feasible. They do make a smaller trailer available at the machine store, but this one carries 12. The smaller one only carries 9, and it's the same price. And the smaller one doesn't have a hitch on the back, so you can't double hitch them like this. So I like these bigger ones because you can double hitch. However, if you're on a steep budget and you can only use the tug, you don't have enough money to buy an orchard tractor, you may want to consider that smaller trailer for this guy to pull, because he really can't pull much. He's pretty weak. Let's go ahead and hitch this up and hop off, and I'm going to fix this up. So I would recommend, when you start a game, why do we do greenhouses? Well, the greenhouse is the best way to make money in this game so far that I've found. There are some crops that make a lot of money, but the greenhouses, if you fill up all your greenhouses at the beginning of the season, and it doesn't cost much to do it, and you can do tomatoes or cucumbers because those grow in 90 days, you will get almost $1 million the first year, okay? How on earth do you do that? Well, I'll show you. One of the things that happens here is that, and even this tractor has kind of a hard time pulling these trailers, but the big tractors can't. I just want to give you a warning too. The big tractors are not able to hitch to these trailers. They only work with this small tractor, so the tug or the small tractor. These greenhouses, each one of these holds approximately $100,000 of tomatoes or cucumbers. And you can grow them twice a year. You plant them on April 1st, and then again, you plant them on, let's take a look at mechanics. I want to slow time down a little bit. It's going by fast. You can plant them. They will grow, and they'll be ready to harvest by June 30th. Then July 1st, you can plant them again, and they'll be ready to harvest on September 30th. So you can get 2 crops a year. You know, do the math. You got $100,000 in each one of these buildings. That's $500,000. By the end of the year, you get your second crop. You're looking at $1 million. So this is definitely the best way. So what I would recommend when you start your farm, you either sell everything on the farm or you keep what you have, which is what I did with this farm. I have my Landini tractor and all the implements that they gave me. And you immediately go to the bank and take out, here's your bank right here with the euro symbol. You take out $250,000. You take out your full loan that you can take out. You then come down here and buy the fruit farm. That's what right here. It looks like this on the map with the, it says orchard farm, but it's not correct. It's actually it's a greenhouse farm. And these greenhouses cost $100,000. And then this is what I did. This is the exact thing I did in this scenario. So you can see here I have $36,000 left to buy the things that I need to put into here. And it's more than enough. So I bought everything that you see here, the tractor, the 2 trailers, the harvesting platform, the seeder and the tug, and the greenhouse itself for under $270,000 because you start with $20,000 on this scenario. So it's that the bank gives you definitely enough with almost $16,000 left over. So the next thing that you need to do is you need to buy seeds. Now we're going to do it the expensive way. This is a little hint, okay? If you go into your map like I just did and you click on the agricultural store, you can see here that you can buy them direct, right? Here's our seedlings, and these are the ones that go in the greenhouses. You can do green peppers, tomatoes, or cucumbers. Now, if you buy them from the map, notice the price is $14.90. If I'm willing to actually drive to the agricultural store, they're $10 for 10 pieces. And the peppers are $14, literally, or $18, I think. Each item is a third more expensive when you buy it through the map. So be aware that if you do it this way, it's going to cost you $500 more to fill these warehouses. And how do I do that math? Well, here's the simple thing, sort of. Each greenhouse holds 270 seedlings, okay? That means you're going to need a total of 1,350 seedlings. Now, if you actually drive to the store on the map, to the agricultural store, you take your tractor and you drive here, it's going to cost you $1,350. If you do it this way, and I will show you, it's going to cost $500 more. So, you know, I mean, it's up to you. It's really not that much money in the scheme of things because you're going to make $500,000. So you're going to lose 1% or less. I prefer to do the tomatoes. The pepper seedlings, and be aware of this too. This is another little tip. The pepper seedlings take 110 days to grow, to up to 120 days. So you will only get 1 crop of peppers a year. Now they're worth more, but you won't get as much. So I prefer to do the tomatoes because I can do them twice. And I like the tomatoes over the cucumbers because the workers seem to miss the cucumbers quite often, and the tomatoes are easier to see, so you can see when they've missed it, and you'll see that as we do the graphics as we do this. So we're going to buy 1,350 pieces. Sorry it takes so long. It's just you have to click with the mouse. I wish they had denominations of 100. Like you could buy 10 and then you could buy 100, because this is really stupid to have to do it, you know, 130 times. I have to click the mouse to get 1,300 pieces. I think it's 1,350 is what we'll do. Actually, I don't even need to buy this many because for the demo, we're not going to fill these all up. But there's 1,350. And then you click on different, and you're going to need to get fertilizer. So I would say buy each tank full. Each of these takes about 500 kilograms, maybe more. So let's do 3,000 for now. That should be enough to do the warehouse. And so you can see there, everything that we needed to completely fill all of these greenhouses only cost us $3,000 between the fertilizer and all of the seedlings that we needed to plant. That's it. All right, so now what? Well, we've got all the things that we need to go ahead and do this. I'm just going to do one row in here, but you do all of these rows. And so I'm going to show you how to do this. We go over to our little seeding station here. It says enter to enter the greenhouse. So I press the enter key. And the only thing that I have available is tomatoes because I didn't buy any cucumbers or peppers. So we're going to select tomatoes. And I'm going to go over here, and you'll see it pop up in red. And I press it, and then I go to the next one, and I press it. And so you can see here he's planting these little seedlings. Now you can do it fast. You can run down the aisle as long as you keep pressing the mouse button. He'll plant the seedlings all the way down. Look at this. Yeah. And we'll go back up. So you can get these greenhouses covered pretty fast. You just have to do a lot of running and clicking. It takes probably 15 or 20 minutes to get all of them filled up. But there we go. So now we have an entire row of tomato plants, and that's all we're going to plant for right now for the tutorial's sake. Now, step number 2, and I would do this the day that you plant, okay? It seems a little bit overkill, but I found out something. If you don't spray within the first 30 days of the seedling growing, you will not get a full yield of fruit. The one time I waited till one time I just tried it out, because this thing looks like it sprays real tall. It sprays all the way up that sprayer. And I thought, well, maybe I should spray like when the plant's actually grown. Nope, big mistake. I lost half of my harvest or more because I didn't spray early. So you want to spray on the day that you plant if you can, or at least within the first week or two. So we're in the greenhouse now, and I'm going to press enter. Once I get over, I drive it over by the station here, and it says fill with fertilizer. This puts 800 kilograms of fertilizer into the unit. And like I said, this unit can do the entire greenhouse with about 50%. So you use about 400 kilograms for a greenhouse, maybe 450, somewhere around there. So we're going to go ahead and fertilize our new little seedlings. And I crashed. Well, because this is just for the tutorial. It takes too long to do all of them. It would take me, about an hour or two to do it, and I just am trying to do this for the sake of the tutorial. Seth said, why don't you do all of them? Let's go ahead and turn our fertilizer on by pressing the T key, and we're going to drive down the aisle. You can see here you can go pretty fast when you do it. I don't go super fast because I try to keep it a little bit realistic, but that's it. And we have fertilized. That's it. So once you've done all of your greenhouses with fertilizer and you've got them all planted, you're done for the next 3 months. You can check on them. Here we go. We don't know the number of fruits, but this has been fertilized. We have 0 days of life. So now we're going to go ahead and start advancing time. I need to move this out of the way first, though, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to take the fertilizer. We'll park it back outside. Then the only thing I wish this game had, I wish you could build maintenance facilities on your property. Like, you know how you can do like a car wash and stuff over at the other farm, at the main farm? Well, these get dirty pretty easily, and I really wish you could change that. So let's go ahead in here, and we're going to advance time by a couple of weeks. So here we're going to watch the stages of growth. We go to mechanics, and I go to our calendar, and we're going to advance it, let's just say to the 18th of April. Nothing's really changed yet. So we do it again. Now we're going to go to the 30th of April. Aha! The plants have now grown. If we jump up, it probably still doesn't have... We don't know the number of the phase yet. Now, I think you could probably fertilize at this point also, because the fruit has not been determined. So I'm thinking that up to 30 days is okay. And really, see how tall they are now? It would make sense how high the sprayer sprays, that this would be kind of like what we would do. Like you'd spray it at this point. And that probably, in real life, is probably when they do it. They probably spray fertilize them once they're grown. Now, the nice thing about the greenhouses is that you don't have to worry about pesticide or herbicide or antifungal spray. There's nothing that you have to do for that because they're inside. They don't have to deal with those kind of things. So let's go ahead and advance time. And then we're going to jump ahead a month. Here we go. We're going to go to the end of May. You can see here now they are in the ripening phase. The fruits have arrived, and we have a number of fruits record. We have a record number of fruits on these trees. Look at that. That's great. So these things, we have a ton. High, record, high, high. And they'll stay where they're at. But we have a nice fruit going on here.
Daddy,
Yes, Seth.
shouldn't you fertilize?
They're already fertilized. I did it on the first day.
So you only have to do one.
You only have to do it once. That's correct. So look at all that. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll have to wait. Once again, when you get to the end of the month, you have to wait. We're going to go about halfway through July and see how we're doing. Sun goes up, sun goes down. Boy, it gets to be dark. There goes the moon, and we're back to daytime. Now, if we go into our mechanics, we have June. We're going to go to the 16th. Oh, they're starting to change color. They were green. Now they're kind of yellowish green, I think. No, they're the same. High record. It's great.
What was salmon, Daddy?
Record. What?
Eco-perlet?
Eco what? Eco-perlet. Yeah, it's probably some German or Russian thing. These games are all made overseas. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to jump ahead to the end of the month, and I'm going to do week at a time so we can see. The 23rd, are they ready? Nope. Let's go to mechanics. How about the 26th? Ah, ta-da! These are 86 days old, and they're ready to harvest. Now, 90 days is what they say, but we can harvest them today, no big deal, and then we can get planting. So let's run over to the tractor. This is how you harvest, okay? I left this guy running. I have you left him in reverse. Turn our lights back on. It's 6 o'clock in the morning on the 26th of June. And let's hitch our little trailer up. Made the sound. There they are. It jumps because you have to load those guys on there. So you just drive this into the factory, the greenhouse. Easier said than done. It slides all over the place even when you're doing it. And you have to go nice and slow. And you're going to pull up, and then you're just going to wait. You're going to pull up to the third plant section. So you get all 6 guys in there working. Sit here like this, and you'll see them go. And go ahead and we'll do this whole row. See, the plants are getting thinned out.
How long do the plants live?
They only live for one group, Seth. Once you're done with a harvest, you have to pull the plants out. No, because really plants only fruit once heavily like that, I think. Well, you make new plants. They might grow back, yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. Like tomato plants grow back. But in the game, they don't. Once you're done, you're done. But once again, it's only $3,000 to get everything you need to do this, and you're going to make about $500,000 off the end of it. So you can see here, they start to drop. See how the buckets they're filling up the buckets, and then they drop them. Not the buckets, but the boxes. They drop them off behind. You can see here this one worker's lagging behind. He's not getting all the stuff. There he goes. He finally got it. We move forward. And you do kind of drag your way through here. Unfortunately, it's not super realistic. Ta-da! So I think you guys get the idea. I'm going to go ahead and finish this row up, and then I'll pick up when they're done. Now here's where one of the issues comes in. I have this amazing cart. Maybe what it does is leave them on the outside. But what I found is that when you have these carts full of stuff, and then you're done harvesting the warehouse at the end, these guys are finished. There they go. So we're finished with our row. It takes about 5 or 10 minutes to do it, each row. There's no way to get those things off the cart. There's no like, oh, unload button. You know what I mean? Like on the farm sim, you press O and it unloads. This game does not do that. You have to unhook. And to see that, I think it throws it into one. You see that? Did you see that thing drop? I think that's where they all go. So it's kind of weird, but anyway. So that is our harvest, and then what we have left then is these boxes full of tomatoes or whatever vegetable you chose to grow. You can see they're all lined up there. And so you carry these out of the building. What?
That you saw flying by.
Oh, I don't know, Seth. A butterfly, probably. And where did the tractor go? I forgot. I pulled this guy around here. This tractor is going to be our... We're going to load these crates, so... Oops, wrong button. I do that all the time. What, Seth? They would be heavy. I think in real life you might be using a forklift to move those. I don't know. It's pretty strong, pretty healthy dude. This guy doesn't look too healthy. So he's about to pass away at any minute. He's done for. He's lived past his prime. All right, so we're gonna park this right here. And so all you do is throw these on to the nearest trailer. You walk up by it, you'll see a little prompt saying place container on trailer or crate. And there it goes. It's down on the end. Then you just start picking these up when you're done. Reason you can see why you would do this, because you have to drive these off to the agricultural sell point every time you fill these trailers up. So if you have one trailer, you're going to be making a ton of trips. I mean, you can see here just from this one row, I've got like enough to fill up one of the trailers. So if I have 5 greenhouses full of boxes, I'm going to be making like 50 trips down to the agricultural store. So you almost might want to go with 3 trailers, but I don't think these tractors can really handle more than 2. As you can see, they're even just turning with the trailer. My tractor was having a really difficult time making that corner. So, yes, Seth. Because this is this kind of game. It's a $19 game, that's why, Seth. Actually, all things considered, from where this game came over the last couple years, it really has come a long way. It's not perfect by any means, but they've definitely improved it. Yeah, it's pretty decent for a budget game, I know there's a lot of farm sim people that hate it. But because some people just can't handle change, This game does so many things better than the farm sim. And even with the new farm sim 2017, I'm looking through the bullet list of things that they're going to do, and I'm like, this is all great, but there's still some major missing things from the farm sim. The calendar, I love the calendar and the management portion of this game. It really has the farm sim beat there. Now, I still like the farm sim better, but this game has some fun stuff. I do not discount this game because it's pretty decent. So we have basically a full trailer load just from that one row. Maybe even more. We might be going on the second trailer. So we'll sell a trailer load so you can see why I say this is very profitable. I mean, we're looking, each trailer load I think is about $18,000. So yeah, we have one full trailer. Look at that. So we can run this over to the agricultural section, and you guys can see how much it's worth. Yeah, I think you're right, Seth. They probably would grow again. I don't know that they would grow as thick, though. I think that early crop is like your best. So we don't have a second trailer, but we would have 2 trailers worth if we had done 2 rows. And as you can see, it'd be 4 rows. That's really 2 rows right there. So we'd have 2. We'd have 1, 2. That's 2 trailer loads, 3 trailer loads, 4 trailer loads, and a half. So 4.5 trailer loads. So yeah, about $100,000. Yeah, crazy, huh? All right, so when you're done, though, we'll do this first before we go and sell these so you can see the pricing. But you can then kill this plant because it's done. Seth is crying. And we could do the same thing that we did before. We just walk down the aisle and fast click. You right click it, though, instead of left clicking. That's the only difference. And we clear this row off. There we go. So the old seedlings are taken out. You can plant new seedlings in there. And you're ready for your second harvest. So we just made $20,000. Now that's as much as an entire crop of like 3 fields in this game if you're doing wheat. So let's see where we're going. We are going to go to the agricultural sell point, which is purchase of vegetables and fruits. So I will run down there. We'll be right back. I'm going to make a second tutorial on how to tick off your neighbor farmer. Watch this. Oh, no. I'm going to kill this crop. I'm so mean. Totally plowing this guy's crop under. All right, so we have arrived at the purchase of vegetable and fruits. That's the name of the place. Fruits and vegetables. All right, so we're going to press enter. It's $21,000. Heck yeah. There we go. $52,000. And that was one row. We didn't even do the whole warehouse. I mean, just imagine the potential here of the money that you're going to make. So I hope you guys found this tutorial useful. Bless you, Seth. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it was a relaxing time for you, but also a helpful thing to help you learn how to play this portion of the game. I will be doing other tutorials for Farming Expert. There's a lot to do, but I just thought I would share that with you guys. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. And if you really like the channel, you can also donate. I do have a donation section on my main page there. Over to the right, there's a little support button. If you're in the United States or anywhere that can use U.S. currency, you will see the donation button, and that helps. That's how I buy games like this, and then the DLCs that go with it. So anyway, have a great night, guys. I will see you on the farm.